Hey, my name is Erin. I'm a policy analyst, which has me sitting at a desk most of the day, and I'm about 36 weeks. It's gone well. Physically, some of my objectives in keeping up with working out on a weekly basis was to be in a healthy weight gain range, and I'm well within that range. And also previous pregnancies, I've had a lot of back pain, so I felt that having regular physical activity would decrease that. There were definitely times where it was difficult to come in because I felt physically tired already, but I always felt like I had more energy when I was leaving. Yeah, so I've worked with a few trainers at Inside Out throughout the pregnancy. I've been given information about what physical activity is appropriate for the various trimesters from a couple of different trainers. And one thing that was really important to me was that back and forth dialogue in terms of how I was feeling, if it was the right level of intensity. So having that back and forth and ensuring that my body was responding the way that it should be was valuable and important. My last pregnancy, I had gained more weight than ideally I would have liked to. Which made it more difficult to lose the weight after the pregnancy. So this time around, I really wanted to be within that healthy weight range for my height and weight. And having something scheduled where I was coming and doing cardio as well as training with one of the trainers really helped me stay within that healthy weight range. Previously, I've done some activity in previous pregnancies, but it's been sporadic, so it really helped me having that time set aside and scheduled. So being really aware of the level of intensity. So for example, in the first trimester, not doing activity that would cause a lot of overheating while the organs are developing. Decreasing reps, again, decreasing intensity, making sure you're not getting too overexerted. So it's that balance in between getting that level of physical activity, but also listening to your body and ensuring that you're not overexerting yourself. Yeah, so back pain is certainly common in pregnancy, and with my last two pregnancies, I had a lot of back pain. And so one of my goals in having regular physical activity was hoping to alleviate some of that back pain. And it did make a big difference. I've had a little bit of back pain on and off, but nothing compared to what I had in the previous pregnancies. Yeah, so one of the key things, I guess, in the first trimester was not working out to a level of intensity where you're getting really overheated, because you don't want to be overheated for an extended period of time because of that organ development and possible risks to the baby. And then certainly the nice thing about the second trimester is a lot of people do sort of have that burst in energy, and so being aware of your body and not overexerting yourself, but I was able to do more activity in the second trimester than I was in my first, and then slowing down probably a little bit in my third, with respect to balance being off and being really aware. But I would say that's another thing about working with a trainer throughout the whole pregnancy is you have someone that's looking at your positioning and making sure that you're not going to injure yourself or do something inappropriate that could actually worsen pain or result in an injury. So having someone watch and provide that feedback right away in terms of how you should be changing a particular activity was really helpful. It varies in terms of your height and weight before pregnancy, but for my height and weight, I should be in a weight gain of approximately 25 to 35 pounds. And so at about 36 weeks, I'm 23 pounds, so I'm right on target for being within that healthy range. So quite pleased about that. And that's despite the baby being a good size right now at 7 pounds. Yeah, so one thing that was raised by one of the other trainers that I worked with was the importance of doing Kegel exercises, and that certainly helps with that preparation for birth and strengthening those muscles for afterbirth as well. But certainly strengthening that area in general, and there's various activities that I've done. Being in a large gym atmosphere with a lot of people isn't something that I'm really interested in. It's not an environment that's really conducive, I guess, to me. So having a smaller gym where there might be a few people working out at the same time, and having that, more quiet one-on-one time with the trainer has been important to me, and it was a healthy environment for me to be in. Well, certainly before you start any exercise, you want to make sure with your care provider that it's appropriate. Ideally, I would say the best time to start those before you get pregnant, and then you're just continuing with your physical activity. That being said, it is perfectly safe to start exercising even after you become pregnant. It's just more gradual in terms of building up to a level that's appropriate for your body without overexerting. I think in terms of being healthy, both body and mind, throughout the pregnancy, some things that were important to me was just being really well informed, so I knew that the day-to-day decisions I were making were the right decisions for me and also for the growing baby. Also seeking support, friends, family, healthcare providers when I had questions or I was concerned or I just needed an extra set of hands to get something done.